Hello, welcome to our channel. Today, we're going to take a deep dive into a crucial topic for our modern society. Have you ever stopped to think about how the media, including giants like Netflix, might be shaping behavior that disempowers men? That's right, let's explore how these subtle influences are impacting our strength and masculinity. If you value the true essence of masculinity and seek to understand how to resist these external forces, this video is for you. Before we start, subscribe to our channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any content. And if you find this video useful, leave a like. This really helps the channel grow and reach more people with these important messages. Lesson 1. Negative influence of society. Modern society, including media like Netflix, promotes weakness in men by manipulating them into accepting behaviors that weaken them. We live in an era where modern society, driven by powerful media engines like Netflix, propagates a subtle but powerful narrative that aims to disempower men. The glittering screens that entertain us so much hide cunning traps designed to distract us from the true essence of masculinity. With each episode of a series, with each idolized character, we are exposed to behaviors that undermine our strength and push us towards a resigned acceptance of weakness. As modern men, we are bombarded by messages that glorify complacency and submission, disguised as virtue and progress. The hidden agenda is clear: mold us to be docile, easy to control, and, above all, weak. This conditioning is not accidental. It is a meticulously planned effort to make us forget our true nature and the power we possess. Stoicism teaches us that true strength comes from within, and that we must resist external forces that try to divert us from our path. We need to adopt a firm, conscious, and critical stance in relation to what we consume and what we accept as the norm. We must remember the story of the lion who, by giving up his claws and fangs to please the farmer, sealed his tragic fate. This lion, by choosing weakness in search of acceptance, forgot his true nature and paid the ultimate price. We must face the reality that modern media often works like the cunning farmer, trying to convince us to give up our strengths and virtues in exchange for a false sense of security and acceptance. Every decision we make to conform to these expectations erodes our essence and takes us away from true masculinity. Stoicism arms us with the insight necessary to question these narratives and reject what weakens us. We need to cultivate inner strength and resilience by embracing our responsibilities and facing challenges head-on, rather than looking for the easy way out. We cannot allow momentary comfort to divert us from the path of growth and true strength. In every aspect of our lives, be it work, finances, or relationships, we must strive for excellence and self-discipline. Modern society may try to shape us, but the choice to resist and preserve our strength is ours. We must look beyond the immediate pitfalls and understand that our potential is limitless when we refuse to give in to imposed conditioning. Remember Seneca's words, "Life, if well spent, is long." We must use our lives with purpose, vigor, and wisdom, rejecting everything that diminishes us. It is our responsibility not only to ourselves, but to those who follow us and mirror our actions. By cultivating strength, we inspire others to do the same, creating a movement against the tide of weakness that modern society tries to impose on us. Therefore, brothers, be vigilant and firm. Do not allow the modern narrative to make you forget who you really are. Strength is not just a virtue, it is a duty. And by embracing this duty, we not only resist the negative influences of society, but we also stand up as pillars of true masculinity and power. Lesson 2. Story of the lion as metaphor. The story of the lion who voluntarily loses his claws and fangs to please the farmer symbolizes men who abandon their essential strengths, leading to their own destruction. Imagine a lion, majestic and feared, whose presence commands respect throughout the savannah. Its strength lies in its sharp claws and powerful fangs. One day, this lion falls in love with a farmer's daughter, and to win her over, he accepts the condition of breaking her claws. It's a small price for a great love, he thinks. The next day, the farmer demands that the lion also break its fangs to ensure his daughter's safety. The lion, blinded by desire, gives in again. And then, unarmed and vulnerable, he returns to the farmer, who attacks and kills him without difficulty. This story of the lion is a powerful metaphor for men today. Like the lion, many of us willingly give up our core strengths in the search for acceptance, love, or a false sense of security. Every concession we make takes us away from our true nature, making us weaker and more vulnerable. The lion, in essence, is a symbol of strength and power. By giving up his claws and fangs, he not only lost his defense tools, but also his identity. Likewise, when we abandon our core beliefs, skills, and values, we are, in essence, breaking our own claws and fangs. We are becoming vulnerable to external influences that wish to control and subjugate us. Stoicism teaches us to value and protect our true essence. He warns us against the dangers of giving in to external pressure and encourages us to stand firm in our principles. We must not sacrifice our fundamental virtues and strengths for temporary or illusory rewards. True strength lies in recognizing and honoring our own nature, remaining true to ourselves regardless of external circumstances. In modern life, we are constantly tempted to compromise our essential strengths. Whether in the workplace, in our relationships, or in our pursuit of social status, we face pressure to conform, give in, and adjust. But we must remember the lion. Every concession, every moment of weakness, brings us closer to our own destruction. Instead of breaking our claws and fangs, we should sharpen them. We must cultivate our skills, strengthen our values, and embrace our true nature with pride. This does not mean being inflexible or insensitive, but rather being true to yourself and resisting the temptation to abandon what makes us strong and whole. Stoicism offers us a clear path, accepting our responsibility, facing challenges with courage, and maintaining our dignity in all situations. We must be as the lion should have been, conscious of his strength, true to his nature, and unshakable in his resolve. Therefore, do not be fooled by the traps of easy acceptance. Protect your claws and fangs. Value your essence and resist influences that try to weaken you. True strength comes from within, and by embracing our true nature, we become unbreakable. Remember, weakness is a choice, but strength is a duty. Be lions in a world that tries to tame you, and find pride and power in your true identity. Lesson 3. Behaviors that weaken men: make fun of others, failure to accept responsibility, run away from failure, submission to feudal laws, have weak body language, wasting time, young man, being lazy and unproductive. Lesson 4. Importance of strength and responsibility. Men must honor their responsibilities and seek growth, even in the face of failure, in all areas of their lives to maintain their masculinity and power. We live in an era where true strength and responsibility are often misunderstood or underestimated. However, the essence of authentic masculinity lies precisely in the ability to honor our responsibilities and seek constant growth, even in the face of failure. As men, we are called to embrace these challenges and turn each obstacle into an opportunity for strength and development. Stoicism teaches us that strength is not just a physical characteristic, but a virtue that permeates all areas of our lives. Being strong means remaining calm in the face of adversity, finding solutions in the midst of chaos, and, above all, taking full responsibility for our actions and choices. A truly strong man does not hide behind excuses or blame others for his failures. He faces reality head-on and takes concrete steps to improve himself and his surroundings. Responsibility is the foundation of true masculinity. Each of us carries a unique set of responsibilities, whether as a father, husband, professional, or citizen. Honoring these responsibilities is an act of courage and a commitment to our own evolution. When we accept our responsibilities with dignity and determination, we strengthen our character and become role models for those around us. Failures are inevitable in any man's journey. However, it is how we respond to these failures that defines our true strength. Stoicism teaches us that failure is not an end, but a crucial part of the growth process. Every failure brings with it valuable lessons and opportunities for improvement. We must adopt a resilient mindset, seeing each fall as a step towards success. In the pursuit of growth, self-discipline is essential. A strong man understands that true progress comes from constant, deliberate effort. This means setting clear goals, working tirelessly to achieve them, and not letting temporary setbacks get you down. Self-discipline allows us to stay focused on our goals, resist distractions, and eventually reap the rewards of our efforts. Furthermore, strength and responsibility are intrinsically linked to our sense of purpose. Finding and following a greater purpose gives us the direction we need to navigate life's storms. A man who lives with purpose does not easily go astray. He remains steadfast in his values and commitments, inspiring others to do the same. We must also remember that true strength includes the ability to be vulnerable. Recognizing our limitations, asking for help when necessary, and learning from others are signs of maturity and wisdom. Vulnerability connects us with our humanity and allows us to build deeper, more authentic relationships. It's time to redefine what it means to be strong. Honoring our responsibilities, facing failures with courage, and seeking continuous growth are the pillars of true and powerful masculinity. Let us not let modern distractions or life's challenges keep us from our true essence. Embrace strength, cultivate responsibility, and walk the path of growth with unwavering determination. Remember the words of Epictetus: "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Let us be men of action and integrity, capable of transforming adversities into victories and responsibilities into opportunities for greatness. Strength is our greatest virtue, and responsibility is our path to true masculinity. Lesson 5. Combating weakness. Weakness is promoted by modern society, but true virtue lies in strength and the constant search for overcoming, with God being the greatest source of strength. In modern society, weakness is often exalted as a virtue, an acceptable and even desirable state. In a world where complacency is rewarded and immediate comfort is king, true strength seems to be out of fashion. However, Stoicism teaches us that true virtue lies in strength and the constant search for overcoming. We must combat weakness in all its forms and remember that our greatest source of strength comes from God. We live in times where media and popular culture glorify emotional fragility and dependence, while self-reliance and resilience are often ignored. But as Stoics, we know that weakness is a trap. It keeps us trapped in a cycle of mediocrity, preventing us from reaching our true potential. We must resist the temptation to settle and instead continually seek to strengthen ourselves. Strength is not just physical. It is mental, emotional, and spiritual. Being strong means facing challenges head-on, with courage and determination. It means taking responsibility for our actions and not blaming others for our failures. True strength is having the courage to be vulnerable, to admit our flaws, and to work tirelessly to overcome them. God, in His infinite wisdom and love, offers us the greatest source of strength. When we connect with Him, we find power that goes beyond our human capabilities. Faith gives us the resilience we need to face adversity and reminds us that, even in the darkest moments, we are not alone. With God by our side, we can overcome any obstacle. To combat weakness, we must first recognize its manifestations in our lives. This could be procrastination, self-indulgence, emotional dependence, or a lack of discipline. Identifying these areas is the first step towards eradicating them. We must, therefore, adopt habits that promote strength and resilience. This includes a disciplined routine, the constant practice of self-reliance, and seeking challenges that push us outside our comfort zone. Stoicism offers us practical tools for cultivating inner strength. Daily meditation on our actions and intentions, reflecting on our mortality, and practicing gratitude are just some of the ways we can strengthen our mind and spirit. By internalizing these principles, we arm ourselves against weakness and prepare ourselves to face adversity with courage and determination. Let us also remember that true strength is not just for our individual benefit. When we become strong, we inspire others to do the same. Our acts of courage and resilience become beacons of hope for those who are struggling. By combating weakness in our own lives, we help create a stronger, more resilient society. Therefore, brothers, do not be seduced by the comfortable lies of modern society that promote weakness as a virtue. Embrace the true virtue of strength. Seek constant overcoming and find in God the inexhaustible source of power. Let us be examples of strength, resilience, and faith in a world that desperately needs strong and virtuous men. Remember the words of Marcus Aurelius: "The soul is dyed with the color of its thoughts." Let us cultivate thoughts of strength, courage, and faith. May our actions reflect these thoughts, and may our lives be a testimony to the power of true strength and the constant search for overcoming. In a world that promotes weakness, let us be the pillars of virtue, strength, and faith.